Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Aquarian Mind Podcast. Today's podcast, episode number 302. I'm your host, Jamel Crothers. It's Wednesday Motivation Inspiration, and we're delving into the opportunities are there. That is the topic of discussion for today, and let's get to it. Your life is there for the taking. It's just making a decision that you're going to go after the opportunities that are there for you, the connections, the love and passion for what you want to do, the desire to live the life that you want on your own terms. It's really no longer about doubting yourself. It's going after what you want. Now think of what you love and are passionate about. Now envision your life being fulfilling with what you're passionate about and doing it every single day for the rest of your life. Are you thinking about your life and how many opportunities are out there for the taking? Doesn't matter what field you're in, anything is possible to achieve success. Think about how many people are chasing after their goals and aspirations and you're sitting around waiting. There is no right time. There is just right now, the moment, and doing what you want. It's controlling your narrative, knowing that when you control your destiny, you will achieve greatness. Think of how many people you can and will impact when you go on the journey that you're meant to go on. Remember, no one has to understand your passion and what you're doing. No, you don't need support from everyone in your inner circle. You just have to believe in yourself. No one needs to understand your journey and why you're doing it. All that matters is really how much you want to be happy, healthy, and successful. Don't ever forget that. Because at the end of the day, this world is crazy right now. There's just so many things going on. There's a lot of fear-mongering propaganda that's on your television screens and on your phones, your tablets, your iPads, whatever tech device you have, and your laptops, whatever tech device you own. There's always some negative news that's trying to keep you from doing what you want to do or anything like that, right? And today, as you're listening to this, or whenever you do listen to this podcast, there's the whole emergency system testing on your tech devices or all that stuff, right? So yeah, we're all made aware of what's going on in the world through social media platforms, especially TikTok. And, the politicians are all scared of how much TikTok has galvanized everyone, not just in the United States, but around the world. And, there's all of these agendas that's going on. And it's great, that we're all understanding and learning of what's going on around us, in the world. But what I don't want to happen to you is for you to start thinking that you're out of time. You've lived most of your life, you're settled, you're comfortable, you're going to stick to the life of mediocrity and all that stuff, right? But that's what they want for you. They want you to continue to, live the life that they want you to live, not necessarily the life that you want to live. And there's certain aspects of life that you can't necessarily control, which is a lot of the evil and all of the people who are doing all of the wrongful, mean, devilish things that are continuing to happen in the world, right? So a lot of us are all made aware of, all of the things that are going on with our food and our water and our natural resources and things of that nature, right? Great. But I don't want you to stop yourself because you think the world's going to end or, this world's going to collapse. Look, I've written a book on the world going down the down the, what hole, whatever. And I'm just at a place now where I've kind of made peace with certain things, and I'm just like, I am going to do my best to motivate and inspire people. And I will sit and say, a few days ago, I got an email from someone from my contact form on my website. And I get them every few months. A lot of times it's, people who are trying to like improve my website, my SEO, or whatever the case is. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, whatever. You're emailing me from a Gmail account. I don't know who you are, where you're from, what work you've done, anything like that. It's just like, hey, this is who I am and I do this. I'm like, great, go away. And I send it to my spam folder. Anyway, the opportunities are there, right? This guy, he reaches out to me. He's like, hey, I'm a poet, I'm a writer, trying to get myself going as far as my platform, right? My platform is not huge on Instagram or anything like that. But then again, I got rid of my page, started over. But I have taken advantage of a lot of opportunities that have come my way. I will say that God has put certain things in front of me and he's like, hey, do this, right? And certain things have worked out, the way I hoped, right? Sometimes things don't work the way you hope also. But you have to take advantage of opportunities. And this young guy took advantage of an opportunity to ask me, okay, I am working on some books, need to figure out things, whatever the case is. So I simplified it for him. I gave him 6 things. And out of those 6 things, I told him those top 5 you need to take care of first. Finding a website, building that, because that was a mistake I made early on within like my first 4 or 5 books. I didn't have a website, and I started building one way later than I should have. Creating a book cover or paying someone to make him a book cover, and a myriad of other things, right? Who's your demographic? Who's your audience? What's your reason and purpose, for your book that you're publishing, things of that nature. And to utilize all the hashtags that you can on Instagram, right? Because he's only utilizing 5 to 6 when you can utilize 30. So take advantage of all 30, because you never know who's going to see your poetry, who's going to read it, who's going to, be inspired by it, right? So he took advantage of an opportunity to ask someone like me who has been doing this for a few years, and here we are, right? So take advantage of people who are in your industry, in your market, learn from others, watch people, take things from, others, and know that they're pursuing their goals and dreams. They're not worried about, how bad the world is. I mean, they are quite aware, but it's not stopping them from doing what their purpose is. And I want to finish by saying that we all have a role in this world, right? There are the people who are going to expose all of the bad things that are going on in the world and making us more aware of all of that, right? And that's what my podcast was 4 years ago, until I got to a place where it just had no fulfillment for me. And I decided to take advantage of an opportunity to have a podcast where, I can share my journey as an author, but I also can share things that are on my mind. I also can, have short, audio formatted motivational things like this podcast and so many others that I've already done. And I'm thankful and blessed that I do have a voice to, talk about things that I think about, that I worry about, that I'm concerned with, anything and everything that comes to my mind. And I'm trying to be creative and innovative for next year with this platform and what I'm going to be doing. And I do have some things in the works. What I want you to know is the opportunities are there for the taking. And if you're passionate for something in your specific field, look at all the others who are doing it and doing it well. And I'm not necessarily saying that they're ridiculously rich and they make 20 million a year or whatever. Like, no, not necessarily that. You define what success is. It doesn't have to be monetarily. And that's the problem with this world. We're looking at success as a monetary thing. Success is a feeling, an emotion, a sense of fulfillment, whatever it is, right? I don't care to make 20 million a year, to be brutally honest. That's just money that I really don't need. Now, is there a set amount that I want to make a year? No, not really. But I will say it's what God wants for me. That's the best way I can sum it up. So take advantage of the opportunities. Don't wait. Don't sit and question yourself. Don't doubt yourself. You've got people who are way too confident and way too brave in doing things, and you're probably better than them. All right, everyone. That's my podcast for today. I thank you for listening. As always, the aquariummindpodcast.com is the website. If you want to listen to my podcast there, everything's broken down, categorized from Mondays with Mellow to Wednesday, Motivation Inspiration, Book Insight Friday, where all of my book series are broken down along with my standalones. So you guys can go there. But if you guys are on Spotify, please feel free to drop me a voice message. Let me know what you think of the episode. I thank you for listening. Enjoy the rest of your week. Be good, everyone, and go accomplish your goals.